Are you ready to find out why my assistant is better than your virtual assistant? In this video, I'm going to dive through all the ways that my executive assistant is better than most virtual assistants and what is the key difference. Now, to be honest, I didn't hire someone who had 10 years experience as a assistant, a VA, executive assistant. In fact, when I hired my assistant, she was like fresh out of college. I hired her in October. She just graduated in June. She did have like 6 months experience working for someone else, and it was very close to the particular set of skills that I needed an assistant to do. So why is it that a lot of assistants really look up to her? The first thing that they needed to change was my own mindset. And this is the same thing for a lot of our clients at 2XU, for a lot of people who have read my book, Scale You, where it really starts in the mindset of who you are as the employer, as their client. What I mean by this is you want to switch how you think of virtual assistants, where they're just there to finish tasks, to make sure things get done, to now being someone who is an outcome-based person. They're not someone who's hourly based, they're someone who is outcome-based within your business. What this means is I am making sure that my assistant is only working on the things that actually also help me move the needle in my business, instead of just a typical thing that you would think an assistant would do, which is like email management, counter management, getting you leads. And while yes, my assistant does that, she does it at a higher level where she's able to move things forward rather than just check things off of a list. Which brings me to step 2, which is basically hire for the role, not the to-do list. So instead of telling my assistant, go ahead and manage my email, it's giving her specific outcome. Either that this will be escalated and sent to the right person when I receive a particular email. It is to get a sale, if it is like an inquiry for someone, to be able to book a call, or the outcome is just to make sure that I can make better informed decisions based on communications that I receive. So again, it's just making that minor shift of telling them these are the tasks that need to get done versus walking them through what is the ultimate outcome of what it is that they do. I've seen so many people make these mistakes, including our clients at 2XU, when they're just getting started working with their assistant, is they just keep giving them the tasks that they don't want to do. Again, just tasks, not the actual eventual outcome. And it's one of the biggest reasons why we have a 90-day onboarding program with our clients, to train them, not just their EA, how to work together. So it's more of that back and forth of giving context when you're delegating and you're giving tasks. And for this one, we kind of create a really cool, easy way to remember, which is when you're delegating a task, to make sure that it's outcome-based, you give it the WOW method. So the WOW method is when you're delegating, you give it the W, which is why. Why is this a task or an outcome? Why is it getting done, or why now? The O here is the outcome. What is that thing that you are looking for? As a really good and quick example, if you ask your assistant, can you give me your hours? Instead of just telling them, like, can you give me the hours of what you work? You give them like, hey, I want it to be a little bit in this format so then I understand what it is. Because if you just give it too vague to your assistant, you're going to get the wrong output because they have no reference point of what you mean. So that's what I mean of what is the outcome or the output that you need. And the last W in the WOW is who or what. What are the resources, or who are the resources that they have to tap or to use to be able to finish this task or this outcome. So with that, it kind of gives your assistant kind of a better fighting chance to be able to actually get this done, rather than them giving you what they perceive is done, and then for you, you have a different reference point. So it gives you that clarity and gives your assistant the clarity to be able to keep moving forward. And it's a framework that I use to this day, as my assistant and I are working together for 3 years, is I still give her that WOW method when I'm walking her through a new task. And that can be smoothly combined with step 3, which is training for context, not just giving instructions. So instead of just teaching them how to do something, you're teaching them also why it matters and how it connects to the bigger picture. This also gives your assistant the sneak peek of how your brain works, how you think things through. So then for them, it also gives them the context of how they can think things through from your point of view. Now for my assistant, it empowers her when she's working across our teams inside of 2XU, whether she is working with our client success manager or the EA success managers that we have. It empowers her to have the context to make decisions because she knows how I think, she knows how I make decisions, and she has enough context of the goal of where we're going, where we're at, and what the gap is to be able to help work with our team and be able to just get things done even when I'm not there. Now, speaking of things running when I'm not there, this is step 4, which is basically build build systems that can work without you. Every recurring business process that we have in 2XU is on Notion, and everything that we can extract out of my brain is written down into Notion as well. This means whether I'm at home base in Cebu, Philippines, or I'm traveling the world, right now I'm in Vietnam, things can keep going even when we're on different time zones. Like for example, when I was in Europe last year, and things basically kept going within my business, even when I'm not there, even when I'm on different time zones, even when I'm running around going through different temples in Thailand, or if I'm swimming the seas in some other country, my business keeps moving forward even when I'm not on my phone answering their chats. My favorite chat to always get from either my assistant or my team is when they ask me a question, I didn't respond right away because I'm not always on my phone, but later on I get, never mind, we took care of it. That's kind of my best feeling, is when I get those kinds of texts, because I know that I was able to empower my team and my assistant enough to keep things going. Next is equipping them with the right tools. For my team, they have access to ChatGPT 5. For any logins, any special access to anything, they have access to it. They don't have to keep bugging me for codes, keep bugging me for things, because they can keep moving forward even when I'm not there. And they're equipped to use it as well. They're trained on how to maximize the tools that they're using. So then I'm not paying $200 a month for a tool that they have no idea how to use. They understand the context and why this tool is important and how it's going to be used in business. That allows them to, again, keep things going when I'm not there. Next is I meet regularly with my assistant, not to micromanage, but to align. What that means is every single day I meet with my assistant from 9 o'clock to 9:30 every single day. To be honest, no matter what time zone I'm in, she usually does adjust to it. And of course, if it is like an extreme time difference, I do adjust. But typically, that's the time frame that we have met every single day, Monday to Friday, ever since she got hired. And it's usually a meeting that's more for me to have context on what's going on rather than me giving things to her. She's basically always making sure that I am aligned on what are the things that are coming up in my day, what are the things that need my attention, and what are the things that I just kind of need to know because I don't want things falling through the cracks. And finally, and this is the biggest thing that I do, is I invest in my assistant's growth. Who they were 3 years ago when they joined 2XU is not the person that they are now. And if you guys have seen some of her videos on my channel, you guys will see a lot of this growth as well. I give her a lot of resources to learn, to get better at what she does. I ask her what are the things that they want to get better at, what are the skills they want to learn. I actively give my assistant feedback when she's doing something right, and of course redirecting her when something's not as aligned as I thought it was. So me being intentional about how my assistant grows within 2XU has honestly been one of the easiest ways that I've been able to keep growing her as the business keeps growing, and not having her be stuck in one area in the business, is because she's growing with me with the business. And of course, if you want someone who's not just a regular assistant, make sure to book a call with us at 2XU. I'm looking forward to meeting you and giving you an evaluation of what kind of assistant that you need. And of course, if you liked this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button right there. Comment below what kind of ways would you imagine a perfect assistant for you. I actually would love to know. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of the videos every Thursday on how to be able to outsource and grow your business, especially with systems and AI. And if you need content to train your assistant, head over to my other YouTube channel right here and the latest video right here. Hope you guys have a fantastic and amazing day. And remember that small steps matters, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!